Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock-Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Jaguars will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns will have some work to do after that short return. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Ragin Cajuns will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So South Alabama's offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw it again. He's right on target. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Snagged in the middle, it's Fry. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. They're going to run it. tackled after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Burks. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. It's Burks.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of it there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The lone back's got it. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Touchdown, Jaguars! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Ragin Cajuns get enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now on first down from the 28. He makes the connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They're trying to get to it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Quarterbacks have to have great instincts, and they have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sideline's there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with, takes advantage of it, and makes the big interception.
Now on second down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama. The mantra is always finish. They're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And defense gets the ball back for its own. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Offense getting set for first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback will audible. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. That's it, fly. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana. Big time. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cajuns! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. A first down for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find them.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds a crease at the 20. Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Ragin Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense not showing press coverage. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quick strike complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Quarterback checking off. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And that's just excellent work. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Mobile. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock Whitney Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll leave it with him. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
And the Jaguars will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Right on target this time. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Ragin' Cajuns have this offense rolling. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single back. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Ragin' Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Ragin' Cajuns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
That changes the sequence. Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball to coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you...
And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Ragin Cajuns will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fired. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him and they convert. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent.
He's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Steps away to find some room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Time to take a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. The Jaguars decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Louisiana. And the comeback is on. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Louisiana, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
got it behind the line. It's Fry. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Here they come on 2nd down, trying to put this game away. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Handoff to the lone back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. They move the tight end all over. They want that clock to run. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big throw.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the road? So let's win every game. Let's win every battle. Let's spoil other people's seasons on the way out, even though our season didn't pan the way we wanted it to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.